Okay, fajitas, one of my favourites. What we're going to do is, first of all, I'm going to make up the spice blend, and for that I'm going to need a teaspoon of roasted cumin seeds, a teaspoon or more of chilli flakes. Alright, you can use mild chilli for this, ancho chilli or something like that, which is really good. I'm just using generic chilli flakes. They're fairly hot. And there's one flavour I really love in Mexican food, and that is chipotle chili. It is a beautiful smoked habanero chili, so it's delicious. And right, I put a teaspoon of those and a half a teaspoon because I can. And just to make sure that'll grind up nicely, I'm just going to put in a teaspoon of salt, and that will help to season my fajitas as well. Maybe a little bit more than a teaspoon. And let's give that a grind. You can also do this in a coffee mill, or whatever you're using to grind your spices. Well, that's got chilli in it. Right. You need to grind it up fairly well because the dried chilli really does it doesn't lend itself to quick cooking. Rather, it's more of a slow cooking thing. So I always like to grind it up fairly well. And then into that goes 1, 2, 3 cloves of garlic, and then I'll just mash those up and get them ground up with the rest of it. Smash them up nicely. They should grind up fairly easy because you've got all that salt and what have you in there. Really worth the effort. I find pounding really gets the oils out of the spices, like the cumin, because the predominant smell right now is cumin in there and garlic. So let's get some olive oil into the mix. You want about a tablespoon of olive oil in there, and get that all mixed in. One way you can use is to scrape it off the sides with a spoon, like you see the Thai girls doing when they do their cooking. Super. And then there you are, you've got a beautiful ground up spice mix. You can't see it terribly well in this light, but there we go. Let me improve the light. How's that? So there we go. The spice mix. The next thing I'm going to do is get some onion. And what I do with that is I'm cutting it into long strips. Like that. And you'll see why. And what we do is we get that into a big pot, like that. And then I reach for the peppers. I've got a yellow and a green pepper, but don't be shy, you can use a red pepper as well. And then I just go through my speedy. If you want to see how to prepare peppers, I've done a video on that. So if you check out my other videos, you'll find it. Look on my channel. And then you chop those into long pieces if you can. Like that. And likewise with that. About the same size as the pieces of onion we've chopped, yeah? There we go, look. There. There we go. And again. There we go. And again with the yellow pepper. I love fajitas. Oh, got a super flavour. And it all goes very quickly for me because it's all about the prep. Fajitas. It's all about the prep. Get those into your bowl. And then it's about the chicken. Turn out the chicken. And you want the chicken in similar strips. So what I'll do is I'll go down like that. You see what I'm doing now, just cutting that into strips. There we go. That's that. And likewise with that. That's a bit thick one that is, so I'll go down that way. I'll butterfly it. And then cut that off like that. And the same with that, butterfly it open and cut it into strips. Into the bowl, and then the next thing we do is we tip out the contents of our heavy spice mix into the bowl. Now you can get in there with your hands, you can get in there and mix it with a spoon. You do it how you like. If you're not used to chili, make sure you wear household gloves if you're going in with your hand. And you want to give that a really good mix. So in there's all those spices, the garlic and the olive oil. And you want to have enough oil in there to baste it, so I'm going to add just a little more oil, a little more olive oil, about another tablespoon, and right, you can either cook this in a tray on your barbecue, you can smoke it if you like with some smoking chips. I'm going to do mine in the oven, so I've got a hot oven, so I've cranked my oven up very hot, and I'm now going to transfer this into a baking tray. And give it a good rummage. This is the lazy way to do it. If you go in fancy Mexican restaurants, they always do it on a sizzling plate, don't they? But I ain't fancy. I just want to eat something that tastes amazing as fast as I can. Right, so that's spread out nicely in the tray, and that will cook evenly and quickly. So that goes in the oven. We slam that into the oven and let that bake. I'm going to let that bake for something like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes, but I'll let you know. And there you go. Look at that. Lovely. chicken breast fajitas. And we got some wheat flour tortillas, we got the guacamole we made. I've got some fresh salsa made, and I've got some, I couldn't find any fresh sour cream, so I bought a sour cream dressing, and we're ready to rock and roll. I don't know how you make them up, but I just slap on a bit of everything and some chicken, a bit of sour cream, and then I'm good to go. Homemade fajitas, super fast. Enjoy.